Hey, how's it going, Capricorn? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Welcome here. So, guys, it's time for your August 2020 mid-month tarot card reading. And I use the Starman deck, which I'm shuffling right now, along with the Starguide reading to do this for you. So this is always a really interesting read. It looks at any blocks that you could be having on either a conscious or a subconscious level. So it can really help move you forward in your life. So while this is a general reading, I really do hope that you enjoy it and that all or most of it resonates. So keep that in mind as you go through. And please remember to subscribe to the channel. So guys, yeah, let me just shuffle here a couple more times and then we'll jump right in. And the first card is going to have a look at your present situation. And remembering that this could be on a subconscious level. And if you don't know the difference between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, you might want to check that out. So we'll have a card here for the present situation. So you have the sun here. So I'm getting words, and I do get words like pushed to me from my spirit guides. So they're just saying like abundance. And I'm getting like cataclysmic abundance. And this is not your wealth and abundance read, but you know, this is a time for you guys to shine really, really brightly. We do have the sun card here for you. There's a new opportunity for growth coming into your life, whether you're aware of it or not. You know, things can happen out of the blue, whether it's good or bad. So if bad stuff can happen, so can good stuff. So be prepared for that, you guys, especially with the sun card here. And it's just so beautiful. And you're the epicenter here. You can see that character standing in the middle, basking up in the sun. I'm just going to have a sip of tea here, guys, quickly. This is something for you guys to really be strongly believing in, because you can see here with this one character that she's radiating out to other entities. And that's how the law of attraction works, is pulling in like-minded people or like-minded thoughts. So really keep that in mind. So let's see if there's any conflict going on here. The second card represents the cause of conflict. So let's have a card for that. Four of Swords. This is really interesting because you guys could be receiving messages that you're not aware of. I'm seeing meditation is going to play a bit of a part in here because you do have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords, it really does representing taking time for yourself. And there's a little, it's almost like a stopwatch here in the middle of an infinity sign. So there's something going on around you that I just don't think that you're quite aware of. And if you would slow down a little bit more and really listen to things, like, are you carving out enough time to do your meditations and, you know, listen. I think that asking for things through prayer and affirmations and stuff like that is great. But are you getting messages coming in here because they really want to? You can see all the surrounding thoughts and entities really want to come in and push you forward a little bit. So change is needed in order to face challenges. So I do have the High Priestess card, and she's a very intuitive person. So really getting in touch with your intuition is going to be super important in August so that you can take advantage of all these opportunities of abundance that are around you. I have to move my fan over here, you guys. I'm just on fire. Hold on. Whew. Sorry about that. It was just I was getting so uncomfortable. I couldn't concentrate. So the High Priestess, and that's probably part of the message here for you guys too, you know, because you do have the Sun card and there's a lot of activity around you, but how much is sinking in? You know, I read this meme that prayer is speaking to God, but meditation is listening. So this is also very important. You know, you could, if you're driving somewhere, instead of cranking on the music and having, you know, your solo performance wherever you're going, maybe have that time in quiet. You know, carve out times in your day where you wouldn't ordinarily be quiet so you can listen to things coming in here. And the High Priestess, she's very connected through her heart center to, you know, the skies above, to source, to God. Yeah, there's something really important coming in here, and I really think it's important for you guys to try and catch this message. through any means possible. You know, and you can just ask if you're getting messages properly from your spirit guides too. So let's see if you have any strengths that can help you out with this, because it's all around you here, you know. And your guides could be getting incredibly frustrated that you're not getting messages, and they're like trying to amp it up and amp it up. But if you're, especially if you're going through a tough time and you don't want to be alone in your thoughts, that can be a real conundrum for a lot of you guys. So let's have a look at strengths. So you do have the Three of Wands here. So you are continuing to plan as you move along. You know, and if you're going through a difficult time, you're going to keep on pushing through it, but you don't have to do this by yourself. You know, you are not alone on your journey. There are people around you. There are your guides around you, your angels around you. There's a lot of activity around you, even if you're not seeing it. How many people are sensing, you know, through, you know, can you feel changes in the temperature, or are you smelling things that, you know, are you smelling cooking and there's nothing there? Are you smelling perfume and there's nothing there, or nobody there? You know what I mean? Like, you could even be hearing sounds that don't make sense. If you have companion animals, they could be like staring, and you're like, well, that's a little creepy, especially if you live alone. But you have some really good energy around you. It's trying to capture it here. You can see in the Four of Swords that the character is actually clasping onto the swords. So it's really taking these thoughts and pulling this energy out of the air. And there's so much available to you there, right there. Sorry. I was going to say right there, but. And the High Priestess, she's just so elevated, you know, and she's surfing through everything. So if you're finding things are a bit of a slog, you don't have to. There's a different way to do things. And let's see if there's any other challenges here. You have the Seven of Wands. So you could be really getting opposed by people. Like people. You know what I mean? Not your spirit guides. Because your spirit guides are always on your side. But now you have the Seven of Wands here. So this could be why you're not carving out time for yourself. You could be, like, are you taking care of a lot of people right now? Like, do you have a family to be responsible for? Are you feeling really stressed out? There's something going on here, you guys, where it's just, you know, changes need to be made, even just to rescue yourself for a little while. Especially if you guys are empaths or light workers or light warriors or a starseed, you know, and you can often feel pushed into places where you feel like you can't say no anymore. But it's really time to start carving this time out for yourself, because you're being called somewhere else, you know, and people can fend for themselves for a little while you do this self-care here. I feel like there's a lot on your shoulders, you know, but there's also a lot of ethereal support available to you. And the Seven of Wands is like, this is the fed up card. Like, if you want to think about it that way, it's where you're just about ready to snap, where your eyes can't roll back into your head any harder. Like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. You know, there's something better available to you. And you're being made extremely uncomfortable right now so that you will go and find it. Find what's better for you. Find what's on a higher level. Get in contact with your guides a little bit more. Because if people stayed comfortable, they would never seek change, right? You know? So let's have an outcome card here for you guys. So I get a really, like, strained energy. It was really hard for me to interpret what was going on here. You know, so let's have one more card. Oh, it's upside down. I don't do reversals. So we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, it's telling you to take a break and look at how far you've come and look where you want to go. You know, there's that saying that's like, don't quit, take a break. And this is where you are right now. You guys, you need to give yourself a break. Take a break from other people if you can. And look at where you want to go from here. Like, is your current trajectory where you want to end up? You know, you've got the Three of Wands, and he's kind of like, okay, well, I've done this much work, but is it serving me? And is this where I want to be anymore? Is this the relationship that I want to be? Are these the friends that I want? You know, is this the job that I want to be tied to for the rest of my life? And, you know, it's really time to start speaking up for myself and making my own wishes known here, and understanding that your spirit guides are really trying to come through at this time here. And they want you to have your best life. If you guys have ever heard of multiple timelines, I think it's time for you to start checking that out, because there is a different timeline available for you. It was really weird last night. I was having this meditation, and I always see a tunnel, like I'm going through a tunnel when I'm meditating, and it goes in different directions and there's different colors. It's kind of like a mood ring, but it actually moved. I was in one timeline, you know, my timeline of meditation, and I just bumped up into another one, and I've been seeking that for a long time. So this is where I'm seeing you guys are seeking a different timeline for yourself, where things aren't so flustered, or, you know, I'm really getting a weird energy from this Sun card here. You know, being overwhelmed and like trying so hard, and you might be feeling like a failure right now, which is not, you're not failing, you know, you're just sort of stuttering on your path. You know, things could be going a little bit better for you, but it's going to take a lot of conscious awareness to get there, you guys, and really call in on your guides and your angels, and push back on people that are asking too much from you, so that you can continue on your own path. I mean, 7 of Wands and 9 of Wands combined. Wow. You know, really take a break and push people off. You know, I really see there's people in your life that are stepping way over the line because they're probably used to it. So take your space back. You know, really carve out space for yourself, and look at that different timeline that you want to be on, and try your best. You might have to really stretch yourself, and you might have to really wait for that to happen so that bridge can be built. You know, and if you feel like you're sort of in a limbo, that could be what's taking so long, because the universe is building that bridge for you, you know, so that you can cross it, so that you can hop it, like what happened to me last night, you know, because I've been in sort of a limbo for a long time. It's like, oh, what's going on? And I finally feel like it happened. So keep on pushing forward, you guys, because it's happening for you, but you just have to keep on believing and call in these guides that are available here. You know, so you do have a really strong outcome, but it's going to take a little bit more work and faith, you know, combined together, and some real downtime for you. Like, be selfish about what you do for yourself, because you earned it and you deserve it. And again, for empaths and light warriors, you know, star seeds, you need that time to recharge, or you're just going to thin and snap, and you don't want that for yourself. So guys, look for your highest timeline and do your best to stretch towards it, because you really deserve it. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, so take care. Bye.